Hey, friendo, Steve here.
Oh, we're on. And Larson.
Yeah, and welcome back to Ask Steve and Larson.
Yeah.
Want to say shout out to all the friends. They're actually getting a double bonus because I put the other Ask Steve and Larson up today. Made me sad because I had longer hair then, and I'm really regretting the stupid haircut of mine.
Really? Should let it grow out, man. I keep telling you this.
I'm going to let it grow out.
No, like super long.
Yeah, I'm probably going to try to do that too. Or I'll just like have it trimmed. I don't know why I don't just go in there and say, hey, just trim it. But in like 2 weeks, I'll be fine.
Either grow it out long or just shave it all off.
No, man. How about I just grow it to the length I want it and then just maintain it that way? Just sort of get it trimmed from every couple of weeks.
Because maintenance is a pain in the ass.
It really isn't. It's not that big of a deal. I look terrible. You look great with short hair, with like very, very short hair. I look terrible with it. What the heck? Trying to make me look like an asshole.
I just didn't answer some questions.
So anyways, Ask Stephen Larson. Of course, this show we do not talk about wrestling because who wants to do that after a whole week of doing that?
Not I.
What's up first, Larson?
Hold on, let me refresh. See if we got more questions. Nope, still 14. Here we go. Howdly Doodly Champion. How many fingers is 3 many?
13.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because you're supposed to have 10.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, is there any benefit to having 12?
I don't think so.
6 on each hand?
I don't think so. It wouldn't make your grip any better, I don't think.
Extra guy right there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
think
13.
there's any benefit to it. Xena64, what specific director needs to make a specific movie that matches their taste and style?
Oh, what's that second one? What's that?
Oh, it's a video we have to watch.
Oh, okay.
And we haven't had a chance to watch video, so we'll save that to a time when we can watch video.
Wait, what is just generally? What is the video like?
It's a movie thing.
Oh, it's a movie thing.
It's the
One brilliant moment of overlooked brilliance. Yeah,
it's 5 minutes long.
Nah, it's just too much there.
Well, it's got stuff from the room.
Tommy Wiseau's in it.
So we have to watch that.
Okay.
So we'll watch it, and then we'll comment on Drew Compton's question anyways. Like that one time you mentioned Edgar Wright making a buddy cop movie with Rock and Cena. That sounds like a good movie. So what's one director that needs to make a particular type of movie in a particular genre?
So Rian Johnson is one of my favorite filmmakers today. He did Looper and, of course, The Last Jedi, the best Star Wars movie ever made. What are you, one of those anti-SJWs?
No, I just feel like Empire's the best one.
I know you love Empire. So I love Rian Johnson. He's done time travel. Rian Johnson did. Well, Looper also explored alternate universe stuff. Kind of. No, it didn't. In that timeline, there was no alternate universe. You would just fiddle with, like, you could change there was one timeline which you can fiddle with. You would change the timeline. There wouldn't be any alternate timelines. So I would have him do like an alternate universe thing. That's what I would do.
I really want Yorgos Lanthimos, the director behind Dogtooth,
to do like a Marvel movie.
No, well, let's say like do a buddy cop comedy. I think that'd be hilarious because it'd be the weirdest one imaginable.
I'd like to see him do a superhero movie.
That would be pretty weird too.
That'd be pretty weird. Yeah, I like all those are good answers. Oh, and I
imagine him helming a Lethal Weapon reboot.
That'd be great, but they already have that on TV.
Just use that as an example.
And I think they're canceling that because like Damon Wayans doesn't want to do stuff anymore, and that first guy they got was crap. This is the movie that I want. I want James Gunn, and I know he's going back to the Marvel Universe, but not till after he's done with the Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah.
I hope that his experience on Suicide Squad is so good that he is assigned to do a Lobo movie with Dave Bautista in the lead role as Lobo.
Yeah, Dave Bautista needs to be Lobo. That'd be great.
That would be the most killer shit I've ever fucking seen, man. Oh boy, that'd be great.
Let's say James Gunn can't do it. Who's another director that could do a good Lobo movie?
Taika Waititi.
Yeah, that should be perfect.
Yeah, that'd be really.
How do you handle the action in Thor?
Really well.
Okay, then
it's like clear. You could see what was going on.
I'd actually might prefer that because I think, a little more irreverent.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Lobo's a bit. Look, it's a win-win. But Lobo is like, the thing that I liked about Guardians of the Galaxy was just how grungy it was.
I know, but James Gunn has a lot of heart in the Guardians movies, whereas Lobo, that's not really the case.
Yeah. Well, he loves his dolphins. He's got space dolphins that he really loves.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, I could see and the pairing of Batista and Taika Waititi would be very interesting. That sort of dry New Zealander thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Next, CM Punk finds it insulting there. Thabata, power rank things you hate being nagged for.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Anything involving money.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Anything involving money.
For me, it's
Oh, here's the worst thing.
okay.
So say you kind of inadvertently get signed up for something.
Yeah.
Like when we got our new place, I somehow got signed up for some security thing.
Oh yeah.
And so I have these people calling me all the damn time,
Oh yeah.
asking, "Do you want to do this?" No, I don't. I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah.
It was done for me. I had no say in the matter, so therefore I don't want it.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. I don't know. Lacey's not really a nag, but she does get on me, like, and not in a fun way. She does that too, but she can nag me sometimes. I'm trying to think, like, what's the worst thing? I don't know. Actually, most of her nagging is like legit stuff. Like, I am a mess. Like, my clothes are all over that fucking room of ours. You know what? Okay. So, like, the only time she really nags, well, she nags me, but she'll like ask me, she'll come home and she'll be like, hey, whose day is it to do kitchen? Meaning which one of my stepkids or kids, which day is it to do? And I'm like, I don't know, it's probably like Devin's. And I'm like, go, you know that Monday and Wednesday is Devin, Tuesday and Thursday is Summer. You know this. So go tell them. Like, or she'll nag me about the crap job they do.
Oh.
Because Devin doesn't do a very good job in the kitchen. She's like, look at all this food here in the sink. I hate this. I'm like, why are you telling me? Go yell at him. She's like, no, I don't want to yell at him. So I have to be the one to do that.
Yeah.
So that gets on me.
All right. Next, Sammy Garcia. Hey, guys. Want to know your guys' first experiences of being parents and any advice for being a father for the first time.
Just don't kill your kid.
Yeah. Do your best to keep them safe, but don't, you can't hover around them all the time because you got to let them experience life, too.
Yeah, but don't kill them.
Yeah.
Like
do what you need to keep them alive.
Yeah.
But you can't be hovering over them every little thing they're doing and tell them not to do it.
Yeah, that's true too. I let Bama get away with probably way too much. So I don't know. Just look. Just kids want validation and they want love. Mm-hmm. So keep them healthy. Vaccinate them.
Yes.
Don't be weird.
Yeah.
Vaccinate your kid. If you don't, you're not allowed to be part of our cool club anymore. So definitely vaccinate your kid. Listen to your doctors.
Yes.
Listen to the doctors. Do all that stuff. And yeah, just keep them alive. Everybody has their own parenting technique. You will do what works best for you. Humans have been giving birth to kids for billions of years, hundreds of thousands of years.
Yeah.
And it's a totally safe thing. There's a lot of fuck ups in the world, but kids are fairly resilient. Just give them love, treat them good, give them the validation they want, tell them they're loved, and encourage them with whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
And
keep them alive.
The rest, yeah, just keep them alive.
Keep them alive, keep them healthy, and do your best to keep them happy.
Be worried about keeping them alive.
Yes.
I'm constantly worried about my child. And I think that's just about all, honestly, and my stepkids too. It's not as a nightmare they're out there in the world.
Well, the world is a scary place.
It is terrifying. It's horrible.
But at this age, they're too young to know that.
It's funny. I don't understand how people forget that their kids are in the car. Like when I hear about that stuff,
I don't understand that either.
I am so, because Lacey because I can be a forgetful person. There are some things that I am so over the moon anal about that I will never, ever forget. Small, stupid example. When I come into the house, I think or when I leave the house, I'm like, okay, did I turn everything off? Is the power off? Mainly because I am the person in charge of the SMUD bill, of the power bill.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, I want to turn this off. I micromanage the crap out of the power in my house.
Yeah.
Like I make sure if my HVAC can be off, it's off.
Mm-hmm.
I do not turn that thing on unless I need to. Mm-hmm. I make sure not to run the dishwasher, or nobody runs the dishwasher from 5 to 8 because I got that peak hour thing now. And same with the washer and dryer, the clothes stuff. So similarly, that's how I'm so anal about that. With Alabama, I am a million times more anal when we're in the car and in a parking lot. I don't keep any eyes off her. I'm like, okay, we got out of the car. Give me your damn hand because we're in the parking lot right now. So, but yeah, hopefully you'll have that because I don't get how people can do that. Like, Bama always lets me know she's in the damn car.
Yeah, I mean, when I put my kids in the car, I'm constantly talking to them the whole time.
Yeah.
El Mezquedo, which Marvel TV or streaming series do you guys get into? Have you seen Umbrella Club or watched Letterkenny yet? I haven't seen any of them. I don't get a chance to watch hardly any TV other than wrestling.
Lacey watches Umbrella Academy, and she really liked it. I haven't seen. It doesn't really appeal to me. It just looks like, I don't know, sort of an X-Men thing.
That's on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
So that's probably. I think so.
Yeah, it is.
So that's probably gonna get canceled at some point. They seem to be canceling all their Marvel stuff on there.
Yeah. So Disney Plus is coming out.
Oh yeah, they'll just move all that stuff over there probably.
They've got
Ooh, The Mandalorian. I want to watch that.
Yeah, all the Star Wars stuff.
John Favreau's gonna do.
Yeah.
With Werner Herzog in it.
Fuck.
That's so weird.
That's so cool.
I'll watch that.
So you've got like Star Wars stuff, The Mandalorian,
and all the movies and such. You got all the Disney movies. Are they gonna get them all out of the vault? They should. They really want to make money. They should get all the movies out of the vault.
You're like, look,
maybe not all of them.
Not sure that
maybe not all. Of them.
Maybe not all of them.
Maybe not all of them.
But I know you're talking about specifically stuff like the Black Hole.
Well, no, that's because they'll for as long as I remember, they'll release a movie on DVD and say, "Oh, you get X number of months for this movie to be on sale before we put it back in the vault."
Oh yeah, sure.
That's what I'm referring to.
Yeah.
Well, they'll sell Sword in the Stone for 6 months on DVD, and then they'll stop pressing discs, and then wait 5 years to do it again. And that's what I mean. If they're going to have their, for the most part, their entire animated movie catalog available to stream.
So my favorite thing
there's at least one thing that's never going to leave the vault.
My favorite thing that Disney Plus is going to do with the MCU is they're doing an animated What If series.
That's cool.
But I think it's based on the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh, that's interesting.
So it's like they're using animation to explore, what if this thing went different in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a good idea.
That's so good. And then they've got a Falcon and Winter Soldier show.
Oh, cool.
Which is like, they're two of my
live action or animated?
Live action.
Oh.
They're two of my lesser, Loki and
is Anthony Mackie going to be in it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
They've got like the big names. Like they're
cool.
doing a freaking Loki show with with Hiddleston.
Yeah.
And then Vision and
Paul Bettany's getting his own show, huh?
And Scarlet Witch, I think.
Oh, Elizabeth Olsen.
I think they're getting their own show.
That's
too.
They're
going to be like the limited series, like probably 12 episodes.
Yeah, that's a lot of money they're putting forward then.
Dude, if they sign up 100 million people, $700 million per month.
Yeah, I know.
That's.
I mean, like I said, if they have a vast majority of the Disney animated movies, well, I'll sign up for that.
Dude, everybody's going to sign up for it. Everybody.
Plus The Mandalorian. I want to watch that.
Dude, I'm paying $6 right now exclusively to watch Star Trek Discovery.
You watched Strange Angel, though, didn't you?
Yeah, it was good. And I get the Twilight Zone. But that's nothing compared to everything Disney has. That's obscene. Dude, we should have gotten to that business.
What, Disney?
I don't know, man. They're making a lot of money, and I want to do that too. Can we do that if we get that office downstairs? Can we get into that business?
I think we'd be making less money.
Can we do that money?
We're paying more for rent.
Wait, what was the actual question?
Have you watched any of the Marvel TV streaming series? No, I haven't really watched any of them.
Well, Disney Plus hasn't started yet. Oh, I haven't. Oh, no, Marvel TV.
Like
Daredevil?
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or Daredevil or Punisher, any of that stuff.
Oh, yeah. I watched the first half a season of Punisher. I thought it was okay. The first season and a half of Daredevil I thought was okay. All that stuff was like okay. It wasn't. There were a couple bits and pieces that were really cool.
I always want to watch Luke Cage.
Yeah. You know what really got me down about it, though? When I found out that the TV and the movie people didn't get along, and so the movie people didn't really consider TV canon, that bums me out. And like they can only kind of half-assedly reference the MCU.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, I want it all to be in the same universe.
You gotta
or
have
GTFO.
You gotta have that crossover.
Yeah.
Xena64, if you can go back to the past to see any band live, which band and what concert would it be? I would go back and see Nirvana live at Reading 1992. That's a pretty huge show. I never got a chance to see Nirvana. I want to go when they were in Oakland when the Butthole Surfers opened for them in like 1993. It was like New Year's Eve, 1993. And I was like, Dad, can I go?
Man.
And he said, no, you just went and saw Pearl Jam a few months ago, so you got your concert. And that was the last time
Damn,
they were ever ever in Northern California.
You should have known that Eddie would have lived forever and Kurt would have been the one.
Yeah, by the time I didn't have a license, so I needed someone to drive me.
Oh, yeah. Man, I don't know. I mean, I think that it's like I guess it would probably be Soundgarden. There is a Soundgarden performance that I found on YouTube. I think it was YouTube from like 1989. And it was at I want to say like Amoeba Records. And God, it feels like there was hardly anybody there.
Yeah.
That right there.
Yeah.
Like if I was a time traveler, that's something I'd do.
There used to be a club here called the Cattle Club here in Sacramento. They had, especially in the early 90s, like everybody passed through there. Nirvana played there. Pearl Jam, when they were Mookie Blaylock, played there.
Yeah.
Everybody played there.
Yeah.
To go to one of those shows would probably been something else.
The Memorial's reopening this fall.
Oh, yeah.
September. Well, I know because I listen to K-Hits in the morning. They're giving away tickets to Earth, Wind, and Fire at the Memorial in September.
That's cool.
They're going to be one of the first people to play at the refurbished Memorial.
Cool.
So that's cool. Hopefully we can get an NXT there.
Yeah. Well, that's a pretty noteworthy act to get for the reopening. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Fresh from the Rancho Cordova 4th of July.
Was it the real Earth, Wind, and Fire that played? Or is it a cover band?
I think Rancho got some decent names, didn't they? Didn't they get like the real Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Probably not. I think they were all. They got.
Well, my dad was really impressed.
Didn't America actually play there? They actually
did. I think it was Real America,
but I don't think it was real Earth, Wind, and Fire. But I could be wrong.
I mean, how expensive could Earth, Wind, and Fire really be?
I don't know.
Rancho's got some money.
Apparently.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, 4th of July there is always a huge deal.
It is.
Massive deal.
You're gonna miss it this year.
Xena64 again. Power rank food you haven't tried yet, but is on your bucket list. That's something you want that you've never had before.
I kind of feel like Chicago deep dish pizza was the last thing on my bucket list. Well, things that are kind of impossible, does that count? Like things that I've had before that are impossible to get now?
No, this is something you've tried that you haven't had before.
Something I've never had before?
Yeah. I'm trying, because like living in LA especially, and here now in the Sacramento area, because the restaurant scene's blown up pretty massive. Especially in LA, like anything you could think of, any sort of, style of cooking or whatever, it was available to you. And myself and my wife are fairly adventurous eaters, so we go out and try a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing really comes to mind.
Yeah. I feel like if it's something I wanted, I would have had it by now.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never, I don't educate myself on what's out there that sounds great. So, I don't know.
I mean, there's been times where I watched kind of opposite ends of the spectrum, either a Bourdain program or Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that looks really good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But that's not something that's
yeah.
Especially Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. It's like, wow, that looks really good. There's
man, that guy does burgers amazing.
Yeah. Or those are the most amazing fish tacos I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But I've had fish tacos before.
Right. Yeah.
I think I was watching one episode of Triple D, and they were in Maui at this restaurant, and I was like, wow, I want to go.
Is Triple D something that they call it?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they call it Triple D.
Oh wow, I'd never heard that.
Yeah,
before.
Guy Fieri calls it Triple D.
That's great. I mean, that sounds completely accurate.
Yeah.
I just love that you adopted it.
Oh, every Friday and Saturday night, Food Network just runs Triple D all night long.
That's awesome.
And there's nothing else on. My wife and I will just sit there and watch it.
Oh man, I love it. That's awesome. That's
great.
That is great. We watch Dateline and watch people get murdered for entertainment value.
I just watch food.
See, that just makes me want to eat.
Oh, it does. Yeah. Totally.
No, then I will go eat.
Oh.
Then I will go get stuff to satisfy.
I'll go have a bowl of cereal and I'll be fine.
Dateline, I just have a chocolate muffin on Friday night.
Patrick Sparks, how different would the world be if instead of the space race and exploring space, humans focus on exploring the ocean more and see who could discover more, not just 5%?
We'd be living in...
We would have found Atlantis!
We would have gills. We would have 3D printed gills now.
Yeah. Yeah. Or just evolved to swim underwater.
Yeah.
Without having to come for air.
I don't know. I don't know why they didn't. Why did they look up at space? Because it's
the great unknown, man.
It's there. Well, so is the ocean.
Yeah, but it's all over the place,
Well, no, you know what's funny is that's the argument that I always use with because Lacey is a big, like, she always says, well, you're a nerd for space, I'm a nerd for the sea.
Yeah.
But on one hand, she just likes being a counter to me. But on the other hand,
contrarian.
Yeah, exactly. But on the other hand, like, apparently she does actually find it relatively fascinating.
Oh yeah, there's all sorts of interesting creatures down there.
So, I mean, I do that. My take is always like, yeah, but dude, like in the water, you're not going to, the theory that I don't necessarily believe that the universe is infinite, has always been infinite. That theory then suggests that alternate Earths do exist within the same actual space.
Yeah.
Just way far away.
Yeah.
There's nothing of that concept in the water.
No.
There's no Earth in the water. Atlantis used to be, even if Atlantis was real, it
was landlocked at one point.
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
on land at one point, and then it sunk into the ocean. Yes.
Yeah. Aquaman's not a real person.
That we know of, if we only explored 5% of the ocean, maybe there's mermaids and mermen down there.
Could be. Given all the crap we put in the ocean, I'd be surprised if they were still around.
That's a good point.
Or they would have invaded us by now.
Yeah.
Aqua tanks coming out of the ocean.
Totally. Weaponized dolphins.
Exactly.
Shoot lasers and stuff at it. Harpoons at humans. Yeah. You know what? But here's the thing: if we explored more of the ocean, say back in the '60s instead of space, '50s and '60s, maybe we'd have more appreciation for the planet that we actually have.
Yeah, but here's the thing: we appreciate space, and we send all sorts of shit up there.
I know.
Like, if we could send garbage into space, even having explored it, we would.
Totally,
we would,
because you'd think, oh, eliminates the trash problem here on Earth. Just catapult it into space.
Yes.
It'll get sucked up by the sun. Maybe. Who cares? There's no one on Venus. We can send all our trash there.
Yeah.
It's already covered. It's already covered in methane and ammonia.
Yeah. We would totally do that.
Yeah, we would.
Send it into Jupiter. Who cares? It's a bunch of gas anyways. Yeah.
And they send so much trash there, it upsets the chemical balance of the planet. It blows up and ruins the whole solar system. Thanks, humans. God, we are terrible. Kevin Oyer, if money was no factor, what piece of clothing would you collect other than shoes, along with being, Kevin Oyer describes himself as a shoe whore? I love old school Major League Baseball and NBA jerseys.
Ooh, NBA jerseys. That's a good one. I'll be honest, I would probably just go to the Vans outlet and Zoomies every week and just buy up their stock. I'm a big nerd for that kind of shit.
You know, there's shoes right now I'm just wearing, because I'm going to the gym today, so I'm wearing my gym clothes.
I'd buy a lot more like band Raglans. I was looking up Raglans.
Yeah, Raglans are comfy. I like Raglans. I'd probably get some old baseball jerseys. Baseball's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, I'd buy this.
But it'd just mostly be shoes. I'd buy shoes once a week. I'd get a pair of shoes.
I'd go to the Kings games and just buy a bunch of Kings jerseys. A Buddy Buckets jersey.
There you go.
Yeah.
This is a good question. Jonathan Williams, what is your opinion of nu metal? For Jonathan, it's probably his favorite subgenre in music.
So be nice. Be engaging.
I don't get it.
It's the Matt Taven of music.
See, because I grew up, or my high school years was prime grunge.
Yeah.
And for me, that was the rebirth of rock music.
Mm-hmm.
And brought it back to relevance.
Yeah.
And when grunge was on the wane and this nu metal stuff became a thing, it was my first old man experience. Like, well, I don't get this.
Yeah.
It's because I've never been for me, metal is like Iron Maiden.
Yeah, sure.
Metallica.
Yeah.
Kind of like the classic metal. That's my definition of metal. I never really got anything metal beyond that.
Yeah.
Because I like melody for the most part.
Yeah.
And so nu metal came around. Like the vibe I got off the bands, wasn't into it.
Right.
Like Korn, like the singer, can't stand him.
Yeah.
Just like the general vibe. Like some of Korn's music's okay if you put a guy who would actually sing in front to lead the band, I might be into it.
Yeah.
Musically speaking, but all in all, I just never really got into it. I had a friend who was really into it, and so we'd be driving places and he'd blast in the car. I'm like,
who was your friend that was into it?
One of our friends.
One of our friends was really into it? Who?
We'll talk about it later.
Well, give me the first initial of his name.
Well, that's basically his entire name.
Oh, really? He was okay. That makes sense then.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's funny.
So I've been exposed to plenty of it. Just was never my thing.
So here's I basically everything you just said is correct. When I was growing up, and I've said this a couple times on the show, maybe not recently, but I always wanted to be a metal kid. Metal to me was those dudes who wore the tight, like gray or black jeans, the heshers, with the long hair, and oftentimes they had bad skin, but they would cover it up with bad beards, and because they were like in high school,
Or
still.
try to grow a beard, yeah.
Or try to. And they were into the headbanging stuff. They were into early Metallica, Megadeth, Pantera. They were into that stuff. Now, I could never get into that stuff. I got like a little bit here and there, but like I like that. You know why? Because it seems so pure. It was like, man, these guys don't care about anything else. They care about this.
They care about metal.
It was like a culture. It was like a real culture.
Yeah.
And it's why I also appreciated, and I'm still into, like it was later in life that I got into it. But when I dived into the culture a little bit, just like old school punk, you know, like Black Flag, Minor Threat, that kind of stuff. Because like, man, that was like the real DIY shit. Like those guys did it. They were squatting.
Yeah.
They weren't getting paid like Misfits didn't make dime one until after Danzig left the band. And that can be said, I think, for a bunch of those bands.
Yeah. A vast majority of them.
Yeah. And so that stuff to me was like, that's like metal. That's like pure shit right there. Now, I mean, I know that Metallica and all those guys made a bunch of money even back then, but I always thought of that as metal. And then when grunge came along, it felt very real also.
Yeah.
It felt very authentic.
Yeah.
And then new metal comes around and it's like, oh, it's just kind of cheap. Like there didn't seem to be like an ethics or an ideal behind it, you know?
Well, and also around that time where new metal was coming to prominence, is rather than getting into that, I was getting to bands like Radiohead.
Yeah, sure, me too.
Because the Bends was, 94, 95, something like that?
Yeah.
So we're talking, after Pearl Jam had already done kind of like the first three albums. Obviously, Nirvana was no more. Soundgarden had was the album after Super Unknown. I think it probably came out around that time.
They came out in 97,
Yeah.
Or 96.
So I was getting more into that
Down
Radiohead
side,
type stuff, more, I guess, artsy rock.
Because my thing was, on the heels of like Cobain killing himself, like that was 94. And then around like 96, 97, then you started getting into like the grunge wannabe stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Stone Temple Pilots was big. And they have plenty of songs that I find very catchy.
STP was around in 93.
They were, yeah, that's right. Yeah, they were.
Their first
some
album.
of the, yeah. But you get like other bands, like I don't know when Creed debuted.
They were probably mid-late 90s.
Yeah. And so to me, like they didn't necessarily mix in with new metal, but like, I don't know. I thought it was kind of fake. I honestly just thought it just felt fake to me. It didn't feel like real. And so I never got into it, even though I still think that new metal is like the perfect music for WWE.
Oh, definitely
I
is.
still think that, but it's WWE is the very definition is fabrication. So for me, it was just like I'm a big fan of just authenticity.
Yeah.
I never got that
I never really
from
got
new
into
metal. And maybe they're authentic as fuck. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. It just didn't do much for me.
Same. Timothy Lemieux. Hey, Stephen Larson. Both you go to the gym. So which one of you two is more about the gains the clock lifestyle? That's probably me. I was doing macros for a bit. I actually have a pretty strict regimen of what I do at the gym. I drink protein shakes. So it's probably me.
Yeah.
Although since I changed things up, I'm noticing that gains of clock is striking more often than it was before.
Is it now?
Yeah, man.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Yeah.
That's good.
Change things up a little bit.
Yeah. I try to be healthy. That's all I really care about. Just want to be healthy. I want to live till my, daughter gets married and has kids.
I just go to get my pump on.
Yeah. I go to get my pump on.
Good pump.
Well, why don't you do steroids then?
Because that's going to take years off my life. I mean, part of the reason
you want to get those gains though.
Yeah, but also I want to get those gains so I can maintain my strength as I get older.
Oh yeah.
Because far too often as you get older, you lose strength.
Yeah, dude.
I want to get stronger.
I want to get stronger.
And put on a little bit of muscle.
Yeah. I want to be jacked.
Balor bod is still in my mind of achieving that someday.
Who are you?
Zach, sorry. Kevin Oyer again. If there was going to be a Stephen Larson roast, what celebrities or comedians would you want to roast you guys? think it'd be fun to have our contemporaries from Machinima be involved in that.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Get Kovic, Danovic, Kale, Bruce, James, Willems.
I'd want Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant.
All right.
To roast us. And Lacey.
All right.
Lacey would probably do a good job.
All right.
Next.
Sorry. Timothy Lemieux again. Come up with a mundane superpower you think will help you in your daily life. Timothy's would be only needing 20 minutes of sleep per night.
Oh, God, I would love that. Oh, that'd be amazing. I would love that if I was refreshed off 20 minutes.
Oh, that'd be great.
That'd be amazing. I would love that. I want to steal that one.
But sleep's kind of like time for myself, and I enjoy that.
Super speed. Because there's like some stuff, like some tasks. Like, oh, man, I got to edit this. Done.
Teleportation.
Dude, come on. You
I'm
live
not
right
talking
there,
about.
man.
I'm not talking about getting to work. I want to go on vacation. I want to spend a whole day traveling. Teleport. You're there automatically. Vastly improved.
Daily life. You're not going on vacation every day.
Maybe if I could teleport, I would.
You wouldn't use it to its fullest
Say,
extent.
I want to go have dinner in Paris with my wife. Teleport. We're there. Oh, dinner's over. Teleport back home. Hell yeah, man. Imagine you just go any restaurant in the world. Teleport. No, it's not. That's
Wasteful.
great. Teleport here. Teleport my kids to school.
Yeah, exactly. Teleport here. Yeah.
Teleport to the post office. Teleport to the gym.
Waste.
No,
Lazy.
it's not a waste.
I want to be productive.
I would be productive. Be less time driving. Or flying or traveling.
Live around the corner, man. You only live around the corner. You're
It's
talking
a
about
little further around the corner.
This is typical you. You're talking about using something for leisurely pursuits instead of making us money. I want to make us money. That's my number one goal.
Let me ask you this.
You're all about leisure.
When we go, leisure is a very important part of one's life. When we go to Double or Nothing, we're going to be spending 8 hours in the car, right?
God, kill me now.
And then imagine if the Friday morning, the day of StarCast 2, we're like, all right, let's go to Vegas, BAMF, and we're there. That's a whole all-day Thursday we have to be productive.
It's one time of the year.
So?
It's one time.
So?
I'm talking about he's talking about every day, daily life.
I can find an excuse to teleport every day.
You're talking about going to Paris.
Oh, I need to go to the grocery store. BAMF, I'm there. Done.
So lazy.
It's not lazy.
Yeah, man.
Smart, using your time wisely, being efficient with your time.
Man, super speed. We'll bring back all the shows we want to bring back. Done.
No, teleportation.
And then like insert it into the internet. Upload. Done.
So your super speed can't help you when you actually have to like go somewhere. Like you can't super speed your way to Vegas unless you're gonna run. Then you can still get tired.
So I'd get gassed if I had super speed.
Yeah.
Bicycle.
You still get gas. There's if you're going to Vegas, you have to go through the mountains.
No, I don't think you'd get gassed. I
think you'd get gassed. You especially, you'd get gassed.
All right, fine. We're done. That's it. We're over.
All right, fine.
It's over. Thanks, everybody. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.